A federal jury has reached a guilty verdict in the embezzlement trial of former labor leader John Dougherty. Co-defendant and former union president Brian Burrows was also found guilty. Federal prosecutors say that Dougherty, the former leader of the Local 98 Electricians Union, spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in union money for personal reasons. Chief investigative reporter Holden was at the courthouse today watching this all unfold.
Good evening from federal court, and so it went. Guilty, count one, count two, guilty, and on and on. And once one of the most powerful men in Philadelphia, John Dougherty, now faces the prospect of time in prison.
I couldn't be more square with all you guys.
At 1:20 p.m., a federal jury concluded John Dougherty for years illegally used Local 98's funds for personal reasons. The panel of 12 men and women dropped a bombshell, convicting the former labor power broker of virtually every count of conspiracy and embezzlement.
They made it so not only were they stealing from the members, but the members had no way of knowing it.
It was good old-fashioned theft. And I think the jury saw through that, and they convicted him of it.
The trial spanned a month. Deliberations were relatively quick. Jurors were observed staring around the room before the verdict was read. Dougherty was emotionless, and his attorney...
There's a lot more fight to engage in this case, and a lot more litigation.
He promised further review of the jury's work.
We don't think that John had criminal intent to commit any of these offenses.
Also taken down in this sweeping case, the union's former president, Brian Burrows. His lawyer also saying they'll be challenging the jury's findings of conspiracy and embezzlement.
Frankly, we just don't think that the evidence was there to convict them.
Dougherty was already convicted 2 years ago in a wide-ranging case of bribery. He faces a third trial on a 2020 charge of extortion. Johnny Doc declined to talk specifics about his legal problems.
I answered all your questions for weeks. I'm headed back to go home. You know where I'm headed. That's what I'm going to do.
And as you heard that assistant U.S. attorney say, this was good old-fashioned theft. And now there will be appeals most likely, but both defendants, according to sources, face significant amounts of jail time. Sentencings are set for March. In Center City, Holden, CBS News, Philadelphia.